Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. I am the Crypto Insider, coming at you from the wild and wonderful city of Austin, Texas. Keep Austin weird. That's the slogan down here. I am not a financial planner, certified investment advisor, broker. I'm not going to sell you any investment products, and you shouldn't take my advice or shouldn't see what I'm saying as investment advice. Certainly, before you invest any money, talk it over with your financial people. Um, what you're seeing on the screen before you is our donation. We make a donation every day to at Good XRP. They are the Good Souls Group, and they take our donation and they break it down into 9 different donations that go to dog rescues and homeless veterans and helping kids get educational supplies. Lots of good things they do with the money. We're happy to do it. We send a little bit of XRP for each new subscriber to the channel, and I think yesterday we had 8 or 10. Well, listen, there it is. It was enough to set off the subscriber harp, so that's all that matters, really. That thing has a mind of its own, let me tell you. Sometimes it just goes off when I'm not even paying attention. So let's get right into some of the stuff I'm looking at today about XRP and cryptocurrency. Well, before we do that, here's some love from Texasippi XRP on Twitter at C Insider. Hey, I tune into your YouTube channel. A great job for the XRP community, as always. Well, we appreciate you listening, Texasippi, and we're going to keep doing it for as long as you can. We also got some love right on a YouTube video that I put out, and it said, "How do you not have more subscribers?" So wonderful, wonderful things like that. I love it when you guys respond positively to the content. It makes me want to keep doing it rather than give up. So thank you for that. We're going to go into price now. XRP trading at 22.5. We're down 0.04% on the hour. Not a lot, but down 2.13% for the day. And it looks like some of these coins are just starting to come back this morning a little bit. Just over the past hour, we're showing some green. So this could very easily, this negative 0.04%, this could easily flip green while we're talking, or while I'm recording here. Bitcoin dominance actually gained a little bit from yesterday, I think. Anytime there's a pullback like that, Bitcoin has that opportunity to pick up some dominance there, but it's still not much changed over the past week. I think the highest I saw it was at 68, maybe 69. Now it's at 67.5. It's going to take a lot to break Bitcoin dominance, and it's not something that I expect is going to happen overnight. There'll have to be some pretty good pressure from the alts to sort of dethrone Bitcoin. Oh, there we go. We just boosted up to 0.19%. For the hour. So we do have some bullish indicators. Probably if I'd go to Coinalyze and look at all the oscillators and everything, we'd probably see a little bit of an overbought or at least neutral. So let's see if we can maintain that throughout the day. We have another article from cryptosnews.com that it actually has the XRP price corrects downward after hitting a fresh 30-day high, and it's from 5 hours ago. The technical indicators laid confirm the intraday dip from 0.246 as the MACD of XRP is seen having a slight death crossover. That doesn't sound good, as the signal line overrides the MACD line. The relative strength index of the coin is at 53.42 and is seen sliding from the overbought region as the price of XRP coin plunges through its intraday move. In this, I can find as many bullish stories as I can find bearish stories on XRP. And when you start getting into chart analysis, I always say it's a possibility, not a probability of what's going to happen. But, with the Bitcoin dominance at 70%, a lot of the times you're better off just looking at the Bitcoin chart to see what's happening. Because they're so closely tied. One is pretty much leading the other. And I've got another. I think I do have a bullish price story of FX Street. So just hang in there if you only like to hear good news. And there are people that only like to hear good news. I understand that. You can construct a nice reality only hearing good news. From Coinspeaker.com, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse explains why XRP cannot be a security, will not be a security, and should not be a security. Of course, you guys, if you've watched any sort of YouTubers, I don't know what you're watching and what you're seeing out there in the articles that you're reading. So I'm going to assume you're pretty much an XRP media junkie and you're listening to lots of people that are great in the space at what they do. So you know that Brad Garlinghouse doesn't think XRP is a security. And he goes on to say, I think it's very clear that XRP is not a security. Um, XRP has a lot of utility, and so to me, it's quite different than what a security looks like. And I think ultimately we'll find that conclusion. I wanted to talk about Coinspeaker.com's conclusion in this article. Since you already know all the stuff that's in it, I'm not going to read it word for word to you and tell you why Brad Garlinghouse doesn't think it's a security. Uh, but the last sentence, the sort of conclusion by Tulu Ajiboye, I don't know how to say his name. But thank you, Tulu, for your article. I'm happy to talk about it on my channel. While Garlinghouse adds that regulation would be great for Ripple, a negative ruling would be very dangerous to the company. If XRP is officially ruled as a security, a panic sale might set in, ending in a precipitous fall for the asset. And I read some more of the deeper stuff, some of the arguments that the lawyers were making in court in front of the Honorable Judge Phyllis Hamilton. And that was one of the things they said too. An adverse ruling could damage XRP holders because of a panic sale. And honestly, I don't think a panic sale, even if the court can't really come out and say that XRP is a security. It's not the court's job to do that, and I don't even know if that question is in front of the court. But officially, that's something that the SEC has to do. There has to be a lot more to it than, some district judge saying, "Oh, this is a security, and now you're liable." No. But I wanted to talk about this panic sale. Everybody's worried about a panic sale. First of all, a panic sale is a great opportunity to fill your bags, and I would not expect it to last long. I'd say if a good panic sale from this court decision would last a week, I'd be surprised. But so far, there's been no adverse news coming out of the court. So the judge has taken the case under submission, I think they call it, which is where they explore the arguments a little further, maybe consult with some experts, and then offer their opinions. So there was no actual ruling on this court case that we can talk about today. We'll see what happens, but I don't think an outcome that supports the Ripple argument in their favor would necessarily boost XRP to the moon, and I don't think an adverse one is going to affect the price that the market has set at this point, much below the resistance levels we have. Now you never know. It may drop 10% or something like that, but I think it would quickly start building back onto it. But I don't know. I don't think any big major panic selling would really slow down until the SEC got involved and said this is a security. At that time, we'll talk about panic selling. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. And look, if you've been watching my videos, you know that Ripple hires the best people in the world. Failure is not an option, and I assure you that the best minds are on it, working on it, and getting it done. XRP USD weekly chart. This is from FX Street, where they look at the price for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So, but we're only interested in the XRP stuff today. The XRP USD is currently trading at the price level of 0.2244. Actually, we're up from that. Let's go look. 0.2259. Okay. So we're up a little bit from that. The signal is negative and a sign of weakness. XRP is in the headlines because of a possible ruling by a U.S. judge regarding its possible categorization as equity. Ripple is making allegations against this possibility, but based on legal loopholes rather than substantial arguments. Well, I wouldn't have put that in my article if I was Thomas Sal's unless he has a legal background. I don't have a legal background, so I don't want to call Ripple's argument legal loopholes. But, anytime there's a lawsuit, the first thing you do is you go through the motions of dismissing. Everybody's going to try to get it dismissed if they can. So that's what Ripple's doing now. They're not actually arguing the case on its merits as much as on jurisdictional and standing issues, probably. Above the current price, the first level of resistance is at 0.024. Then the second price, I think he means 0.24? 0.02? I don't know. That could be a typo. Crypto media is so weird with problems. Then the second is at 0.245. And the third one is at 0.268. Yeah, this should be a 0.24. This guy is screwing with us. Below the current price, the first level of support is at 0.217, and then the second at 0.20, and then one at 0.19. So we are through the 0.2. No, we're not at 0.24. We're at 0.2259. So we need to get to this 0.24 mark for the first level of resistance, is what this guy is saying. The moving average convergence divergence indicator on the daily chart has completed its crossover into the bullish channel and retains both the slope and the line separation. The short-term forecast is for continued upward movement. The DMI on the daily chart shows that there is a problem with the bulls. The difficulty in breaking the ADX line upwards indicates that the bull buying side still needs more support to gain control, which it does not have now, despite the advantage over the bears. So we need some buying pressure. Like I said, we're looking at XRP charts. Really, we're looking at Bitcoin. I can tell you if we're up a little bit in the past hour, so is Bitcoin. Well, actually, we just moved down. Bitcoin's a 0.01% up, and we're 0.16% down. So, as goes Bitcoin, so do we. You can see on the weekly charts that we are still there. And I don't expect us to decouple until this dominance number drops quite a bit, probably around 55% or 50%. Well, that's it for the news I have today. I know it's not very exciting stuff. Not a ton of new Ripple news today, but I do thank you for listening, for liking and subscribing to the channel. I'm going to pop up some videos here for you in a second to continue your crypto insider journey. Thanks to Texasippy for blasting us out on Twitter. We love to see our name out there in a positive way. None of this for a good time, talk to crypto. No, none of that stuff. But we like compliments, and it helps us keep going, and we love giving to the Good Souls group. So if you want to subscribe, you can give to charity just by clicking a button on the internet. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. Even 10 years ago, you had to write out a check or whatever you're going to do. Yeah, all you got to do is click that button now. Unless you hate children and homeless vets and clean air and you hate trees. If you're one of those people, then you know what? Don't click subscribe. We're good. We're okay with what we got. There we go. We'll talk to you later. Have a nice day, and we've got some fun stuff coming up for you for the weekend. So be sure to keep paying attention to the channel at least for the next 4 or 5 days. Thanks.